Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, Facebook. I don't have my earbuds in, so I hope you all can hear me. It's still early in the morning. Facebook and YouTube, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining in. Listen, I was leaving out the door, and I'm getting ready to. And Happy Mother's Day to you, if it relates to you, the women that's logging in, the aunts. I just got a text message. I see you in your all white today. Yes, I am in my all white today. Happy Mother's Day. It relates to you also. If it relates to you, I want to share something with you in Proverbs as I go and celebrate my mother. And I'm a mother as well. And I'm doing something with my friend girls later on as we celebrate Mother's Day, right? And listen, I love my nails. These are my real nails. They're not artificial. So, I mean, I got the, it's off topic, but the gold, and then the pink in the middle, and the silver. So I'm thinking that I probably will do gold, green, and silver, right? Represent prosperity at one point. But let me get right into it because I know everyone is enjoying their mother, their aunts, sisters, grandmothers, whatever it may be on today. Oftentimes when you hear a sermon preached on the Proverbs 31st woman, beginning with verse 10, it's often in connection with being a good wife. But can I submit the proposal to you that this was more about this woman being a great businesswoman, right? And so I want the women on today to get your credit and your cash flow together, right? It's not too late in 2019. Make that your priority. Make that your goal for yourself. If you've been living with bad credit and with negative cash flow, right? So let's go right into the scripture. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. The heart of her husband do safely trust in her, so that he should have no need of spoil. He will not be in negative cash flow. Your checking account will not be in the negative. You won't lack for food. You won't be lacking for money to pay your bills, right? Her husband trusts her with the money, with the finances. He trusts her with the business management of the house. So he will have no need of spoil. And it says in verse 12, she will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. Listen, this was really standing out to me. Verse 13. She seeketh wood. Thank you for the digital love. Thank you for the digital love. She seeketh wool and flax and worketh willingly with her hands, right? Willingly with her hands. She worketh dutifully. Happy Mother's Day. And if it relates to you, thank you for the diamonds in the bags, right? Secure the bags. And if it relates to you, Shantae, happy Mother's Day to you as well. So this lady, with her hands, she works digging. Verse 13, she seeks out wool flax, right? She seeks out. This is a business woman, right? This woman is a business woman. She is like, this is a comparison. Miss Wilson, happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to you. She is like a merchant ship. She bringeth her food from afar, right? So in verse 13, it says she seeketh wool. And so that means she goes out into other places seeking these unique things for business purposes, right? She's like a merchant ship. She goes out afar. Like I know one woman that's a boutique. She has a boutique in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Thank you for the digital love. Thank you for the digital love. But she seeks out much of her. Thank you so much of her items in her boutique. Hey, Kevin, we're going to have to do. Thank you so much, Miss Wilson. We're going to have to do a teaching on those, how you can help with student loans, right? Eliminate or get a very, very minimum low down payment for your student loan. So it says that verse 14, she's like a merchant ship. She brings food from afar. She rises while it is still night. This lady gets up middle of the night. She's a businesswoman. She's and she giving meat to her household, right? And a portion to her servants. This lady had workers under her. I don't know where we get the idea that the Proverbs 31st woman was in the kitchen cooking. This is not this woman. This is a businesswoman. Thank you. I know, Kevin. I hope you feel better. So I'm make sure I put you in my prayers too. So I hope you feel better soon. This was a business woman. So she got up while it was still night, managed her household, and made sure that her servants, that everything was stocked, right? And that everyone that had meat in her house, right? So she did the business of the house. And verse 16, it says she considers a field and she bought it. Look at this businesswoman. Yeah, Kevin, and asked, look, in verse 13, she was seeking out wool and flax to sell, right? And then verse 16, she said, I'm going to buy some property and land, right? And with the fruit of her hand, she planted a vineyard. And I'm pretty sure she got her servants to do that. But she said, I'm seeking it out. I'm considering a field. And I'm going to buy it. And I don't mean any harm. But it seemed like this lady was making these business decisions all by herself. Because let's read further down. I'm pretty sure she consulted with her husband. But he trusted her to make these decisions, right? It says in verse 12 that he trusted her. Verse 11, so that he would have no need of spoil. So he was like, okay, if you want to buy that field, you go buy your field. If you think this is a good investment for you to buy this wool and flax, then let's go buy this wool and flax. And she perceived that her merchandise was good. Her candle does not go out by night. This lady was up. Her merchandise, her mind was on business. If she had to wake up in the middle of the night and consult business to get her household ready so she can go out in the marketplace and go out afar to get business deals, to get assets, this is what this woman did. She layeth her hand to the spindle, and her hands hold the distaff, right? She layeth her hands to the spindle, she spreadeth her hand to the spindle, right? She is not afraid of snow for her household are clothed with scarlet, right? Or they're clothed with double garments. I'm not afraid of a bad season. I'm not afraid if we have a downturn in the economy. Or in 2019, it would translate, she's not afraid if the market crash, right? She's not afraid if the economy plummet, because I have enough business investment here. I'm not investing in one thing. I'm not investing in this thing. And I have my household set up that if it snows outside and we're camped in for days, everybody in the household has double garment. We have double meat. We have enough to eat. We have enough things staffed here. This is how this lady ran her household, right? Now thank you for the digital love. I'm not talking about this lady cooking in her kitchen, preparing meals. She had servants. She had people doing that. That was not her focus. This Proverbs 31st lady was a business-minded lady, right? She maketh herself. This lady made her own clothing of tapestry. And her clothing was this. This is what this woman wore. It is silk and purple. This was a prosperous woman. Back in Old Testament time, if you wore purple, and then we look at Lydia in the Bible, in the New Testament, who sold purple, who was a very prosperous woman. She had silk and purple clothing. This is what this lady wore. Her husband is known in the gates when he sitteth among the elders of the land. She maketh fine linen and selling it. Again, another business that she had. She bought land. She has a field. She seek out wool and flax. And now this third business is she makes fine linen and she sells it, right? And sorry, I had a phone call, but I'll call her back. And I know that calling to wish me a happy Mother's Day. So let me wrap this up. And deliver to the merchants, right? She delivers this, and let's say strength and honor are her clothing, and she rejoiced in time to come. She opened her mouth with wisdom, and her tongue is law and kindness. Look, man, how many of you all would like to have a businesswoman like that? How many of you all would like to have a Proverbs 31st woman? They said she looks well after the ways of her household and eateth not bread of the idleness. That means this lady does not get into gossip. She's out having women's night, keeping up gossip and mess, right? She looking after her household, and she does not have an idle mindset. She's not at the club turning it up. She's not out at the club spending her money, right? Or spending the money for her household. She's not out with friend girls on idle projects or ideas. This woman's about business. And they said her children arise up and call her blessed, and her husband too, and they praise her. Many daughters have done virtuously, but this woman's in Proverbs 31st, she excels them all. She excels them all because she has many businesses, and she blesses her household, and she's wealthy, and she's not idle, and she gets up at all times of the night to manage the business and to manage her servants. And so favor, she has favor on her. They said favor is delightful and beauty is in vain, but a woman that feareth the Lord shall be praised, right? So you can have a beautiful woman, men. Thank you for the digital love. You can, you know, but you need why not have a beautiful woman that fears the Lord and does business all at the same time? Give her fruit of her hands and let her own praise in her own gates. Hey, so that's it. We need more Proverbs 31st women, especially in the church. And I do have a Mother's Day. My daughter, she told me to do this because she gets out caught up. Thank you for the digital love. And Mom, what should I give you for Mother's Day? And I tell her, I go back over a lesson with her on capitalism. I said, okay, what's capitalism? What's capitalism? And her name is Kayla. And she said, well, that's when businesses, big businesses, have a plan every month to take a person with a consumer mindset money, right? We went over this last night. So I said, January is what? She said, it's New Year's, right? So they, you know, everybody got to have the New Year parties, the alcohol, the decorative clothes, you know, gear, the glasses, the hat. And then February is Valentine's Day. Then you have March, right? If you're watching me live, comment. I don't know if I can see my comments, though. And I'm going to wrap this up. And so you have March, which is spring break. You know, people want to go on spring break. And then you have April, which is what? Give you all. I don't think I can see the comments. April is Easter. And then you have Easter in April. Then we have May, which is now Mother's Day. June would be Father's Day. Then we have Memorial Day coming as well. And then in July, you have what? 4th of July, fireworks, barbecue. August is back to school shopping, right? And so I tell my daughter, I said, don't be a consumer, Ryan. I said, don't get caught up. I know you love me. I appreciate it. When we talk 2 or 3 times a day, we tell each other we love each other. I said, if something that while you're out, you want to get me, just happen to be on discount and sale, I don't have a problem with that. But don't put all your money wrapped around Mother's Day. I love our relationship. And, you know, we're planning a vacation for later on in the year, right? So then September, you have, Labor Day that comes in September. People have to celebrate Labor Day. Then October is Halloween. You got the last big 3. November, Thanksgiving, and then Christmas comes around in December. So every month of the year, if you have a consumer mindset, you're spending your money around these things that big businesses advertise and advocate. That's why the flowers are out. That's why the roses are out. That's why the balloons are out. That's why the cards are out. It'll be the same thing. Happy Mother's Day to you too, Miss Crystal. It'll be the same thing. And I'm not saying, you know, give people roses while they're living. Show love on your mother, appreciate them. But also don't just get so caught up in a consumer mindset, because there's other ways to show love than to go out and spend money, right? And so that's it. If you did not watch the beginning of this, you wanna watch the beginning of this video. I'm talking about the Proverbs 31st woman. She had 3 businesses, right? And we always hear about this woman, about how to be a good wife. We never hear about this woman thank you for the digital love, about how she was just a businesswoman and how she wore silk and purple, how she bought land and she resold it, how she bought wool and flax, how she bought purple linen, right, and she resold it, how she had maid service in her house. Thank you so much, Randy. Thank you so much for the Mother's Day love, everyone. Thank you so much. So go back, watch the beginning. If you are a mother, you have to be a mother. My daughter asked me to do this. I will do this. She said, well, at least Mama, give them a discounted price for the day for women that want to get their credit fixed and repair, and they want to stop overpaying on things they have financed because they have bad credit. So $200 off. $200 off is my Mother's Day special. You have to be a mother, right? You have to be a mother. I really just wanted to do this for single mothers, but I said I'm just going to open it up for all mothers. The instructions will be in the description or comment on this video. So you have to email me your credit report today. Thank you, Sharon. Happy Mother's Day to you as well. You have to email me your credit report today before 12 midnight, and I am on Central Standard Time. Email me your credit report. I will respond back, give you a quote. Let's get your credit. If you have a job, right? If you have a job and you're not sure if you completed your W-4 correctly, it's two types of taxes, right? It's taxes for the rich who pay less in taxes, and then it's taxes for the middle class and those living paycheck to paycheck. So you could be very well paying too much taxes out of your paycheck, but because you don't have the financial literacy, financial strategy, or the financial education, you don't know how to adjust your W-4, right? I teach those strategies. On the least amount is the minimum is $200 a month, more out of your paycheck. What could you do with an extra $200 a month, right? All the way to as much as $1,000 a month for people that make six-figure incomes, right? They're finding they have this money in their paycheck, and it does not require them to pay more. And actually, for people that have to pay back in taxes, it puts them in a situation to actually pay less, right? So if you need a paycheck pay raise to get $200, $300, $400, $500, $600 more out of your paycheck, $700, $800, $900, or $1,000 more, you need to make this investment today. The credit special again for our mothers is a $200 discounted price. I know you're busy today, but if you want to take advantage of this, you need to email me your credit report before midnight Central Standard Time to get this special offer on Mother's Day. I will leave the instructions in the comment, and if you're watching on YouTube, it will be in the description. Happy Mother's Day, you all. Have a great day. Queen of Credit.